Dad is, I think he's a very interesting farmer because he went to college for ag business, but then afterwards he spent 2 years in the Peace Corps, and then he traveled around Southeast Asia for a while, and then he came back to the farm. Whenever we were growing up, it was always really important for him that we were both connected to the farm and this local life, but also that we knew what the wider world looked like. And so we were always talking about other countries, other cultures, always had a subscription to National Geographic that he reads cover to cover every month. So I think he kind of has that contrast where he's both very much a farmer, obviously, but he's also plugged in and attuned to the world at large.
The thing about being a farmer is you gotta do something different every day. You're a plumber one day and you're an electrician and you're animal husbandry. Good experience to try different things. It was established in 1882, and I'm fourth generation. My kids will be fifth generation. That Weitekamps have lived on this farm, so it's way past the Centennial farm.
Dad took it over. He got married in '57, I think. So that's basically whenever he started working in the mine and farming the ground, and had livestock, mostly chickens and cattle and hogs, and then pretty much developed into hogs there after the 70s, I guess. The early 80s, we bought another farm up around Farmersville, put some finishers up and a nursery. And from there, 98, I think we bought another smaller farm, and it had some hog buildings already established on there, and we started utilizing those too.
It's really cool. I mean, when I run across an old article or just look at old plat books and seeing wow, we've been here a long time. And obviously it's changed a lot, but also there's a lot of things that are still the same, so that's really cool too.
My parents had been on the board. Both of them were on the board probably 30 years ago. And I always kind of knew that I would want to give back to the board at one point or another. Phil Borgic was on the board. He was going to move up to national, and he asked me at that time if I could step in and fill the remainder of his term, and that was 5 years ago. I've been on board since then.
Dad is an amazing listener. He's not the most loudest, most boisterous person you'll ever meet, but I think that's really one of his strengths. He's really, really dedicated to serving whatever community he's a part of. So whether that be the Raymond, Illinois community or the pork producer community, he has always been very dedicated. So when we were growing up, he was a Boy Scout troop leader. He's still a volunteer EMT. But I think that dedication to service, here in the local community, also will make him a really good leader of the pork producer community in Illinois.
Dale is very, very book smart as far as, he knows absolutely what to do. He knows his job. He knows what his job is to do, and he always has a plan of how to get it done. Sometimes the best laid plans don't go, but he can always regroup and get there, so he'll do great.
He sees the future, I think, a little better than I do. So I can see the day-to-day things that got to be done now, and prioritize those, and he can kind of see things maybe a little farther out, and it works out that way.
The industry's been good to us all these years, and I want to give back. I just hope I can do a worthy job of it.